Hi everyone, I'm Kent Louie, science teacher and talking head, talking about science education and broadcasting from you know where, beautiful Vancouver, Canada. This is episode 108. Now, when we're talking about proficiency scales, when we're using proficiency scales, like this one, all right? One that we try to use to communicate how well a student is doing in skills, like applying ideas or developing ideas or communicating ideas. We use a chart that looks like this that use words like emerging, developing, proficient, and extending to communicate proficiency, how well a student is doing. But here's the question. Does proficient in one class mean the same thing as proficient in another? For example, does proficient in science class mean the same level of achievement as proficient in social studies or in math class? I think it does, and I'll let you know why in this video. But before I continue, handouts for this episode are available at realsciencechallenge.com/EP108. And please leave your comments, your questions in the section below, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, according to this rubric that was published by the BC Ministry of Education, proficient means having a complete understanding of a concept or skill, or complete understanding of the concepts and competencies relevant to the expected learning. Now you're probably wondering, don't students demonstrate different competencies in science and different competencies in social studies, which are then different than those in math? If we think about it, social studies deals with civilizations and culture, and science deals with like atoms and physics and biology and chemistry and labs, and math deals with, calculations. Sorry to boil it down, but that's what comes up top of mind. So these are different competencies, these are different skills. So therefore, shouldn't proficient differ between subjects? But actually, the skills that we teach in each subject, whether it's science, math, or social studies, are actually the same. In each subject, we actually teach two skills, if we boil it all down. Those skills are literacy and numeracy. All right, so not too long ago, the BC Ministry of Education published a resource called Learning Pathways. All right, this outlines the skills that make up a literate learner or a numerate learner. So for example, in this wheel, it summarizes the subcategories of what it means to be a literate learner. Someone who should be able to comprehend text, communicate their argument, develop ideas, apply understanding. These are all skills that a literate learner should develop. And they also have one for the numerate learner as well. Okay, similar subheadings, things like applies and analyzes and communicates. All right, and if you think about what we do in science education, planning, conducting experiments, analyzing graphs, generating ideas, communicating our results, these all actually fit under each subheading in a different part of the wheel. All right, and in social studies, I think it would be the same. They analyze information like primary, secondary sources. They communicate arguments. They look at different texts and evaluate them. So if you think about it, social studies and social studies skills would actually fall along here as well. So basically, science and socials teach literacy. The only difference is that we access different experiences and content to teach those skills. And therefore, since we're both teaching literacy, what proficient means with regards to being literate in science or in social studies or in math is basically the same. The challenge, of course, is to define what proficient looks like. And I recommend that colleagues from different departments come together to iron this out. All right, what does it mean? What does it look like to comprehend text? What does it look like to communicate or to apply understanding proficiently? I suggest that departments come together, kind of like what I did, and write their standards around the wheel, and then have a discussion. So do what I did. These are the science standards. Social teachers, write out your social standards, all right? And English teachers and math teachers, same thing. And then we can come together and have a discussion, say, this is what I think applying understanding looks like. And I think it would be basically the same. And then we can have a good discussion as to what proficient looks like. These handouts over here can be found at realsciencechallenge.com/EP108 once again. That's it for this episode. Please smash the like or subscribe button or leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. And let's talk science education again soon.